Rare film uncovered at a flea market shows devastated San Francisco right after the 1906 earthquake in its earliest days of rebuilding. More than a century after San Francisco's deadly April 1906 earthquake, a film reel with 9 minutes of footage capturing the devastated city surfaced at a flea market. The film, which was shot 2 weeks after the earthquake, was purchased by filmmaker Jason Wright of Silver Shadows Gallery Limited on a hunch that it might include secrets of the aftermath of that tragedy. The long-lost find portrays some of the city's post-quake decimation, including City Hall with its dome nearly destroyed. Much of the city was flattened and thousands were killed in the so-called Great Quake and ensuing fire, which crippled San Francisco on April 18, 1906. The earthquake lasted for less than a minute, but the fires burned for 3 days, roaring across 430 blocks in what was then the 10th largest city in the United States. But that's not the focus of the film, according to film preservationist Rob Byrne. This is not a survey of smoldering rubble. Instead, what you see is a city bustling with life, clearing the rubble, rebuilding the streetcar tracks, and getting on with putting their city back together. Byrne, who is the president of the San Francisco Silent Film Festival, SFSFF, board, told the San Francisco Chronicle earlier this month. "If anything, the film spoke to me not about destroyed buildings but rather to the resiliency of the people that lived in them. Smoke clouds could be seen where dynamite was being used to demolish buildings that had been left only partially standing after the earthquake and fires struck." The nitrate film reel, which was digitized and screened the SFSFF this year, was discovered at San Francisco's Alamany Flea Market in 2016. Was shot by early filmmakers the Miles brothers. The footage is a bookend to their most famous work, A Trip Down Market Street, a 13-minute silent film shot from a cable car days before the earthquake, said film historian David Keene. The new footage captures a similar journey down the city's main thoroughfare, but shows many of the buildings collapsed to the ground. The reel also features a mob of horse wagons and carts, people waiting to get on a ferry to cross San Francisco Bay to Oakland, and damaged buildings being blown up with dynamite. Miles brothers footage shot after the earthquake is extremely difficult to find, Keene told the San Francisco Chronicle in March. They shot more footage than anyone else after the earthquake, almost 7,000 feet of it, I believe. Almost 2 hours of footage, and practically none of it survived. This 9-minute piece is the biggest segment that I've seen anywhere. Keene had previously spent the past 8 months preparing a digital version that premiered at the Niles S&A Silent Film Museum in Fremont on April 14, just a few days shy of the quake's anniversary.